Hi guys, this is the May favorites video, and let me just start with one thing. When I look back at the May month, the one thing that really reigned over my May was Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I haven't played any of the previous Dragon Ages, and I have tried to play Mass Effect, but for some reason my brain doesn't find it nearly as easy to get in all this fictitious information about something from a sci-fi setting than it does with something from a fantasy setting. We got Xbox One last month, just before we went to Prague, and I honestly intended it as a gift for Simon, but at this point I have probably used it 80% of the time that it has been used. And this is all thanks to Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I just love the game mechanics in it. I just love how it's just the RPG element in it is just works so well for me, because you get to create your own character, which I hear you could not really do in the previous Dragon Ages, so I guess this is a good time to get into Dragon Age if you like games the way I like them. And also, well, there's just such a freedom to how you can build your character. Also, you know, romancing other characters who, by the way, are really well written. Before Dragon Age, my favorite fantasy RPG of this sort, you know, from last year's was Skyrim. And Skyrim is amazing. It's kind of Skyrim has a different feel to it, I guess. For me, Skyrim is the you know, Norway simulator, and you kind of sometimes you just need to turn off, so you just, you know, go into Skyrim with your Nord character and just slay some dragons and listen to all the amazing music. Music in Skyrim I still think is better than music in Dragon Age. But then you fall into this world of Dragon Age that is so vast and so detailed. There's just so much backstory to all of the characters. It's just fascinating. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I played my first game that's already finished, or, you know, the main quest is finished. I played it with a female dwarf, and when I started playing, I really hoped I would get to romance Varric. Simon kind of told me that should be possible as long as I'm a dwarf. And I mean, I wanted to be a dwarf anyway, because I kind of liked how the dwarves in Dragon Age are, the female dwarves in Dragon Age are really beautiful, and I kind of see my own body type more in, you know, the dwarves than I see my body type in the elves or the humans of Dragon Age. So I guess that it just worked. Plus, a lot of the dwarves seem to be redheaded in Dragon Age, so I really enjoyed being a dwarf. But then, okay, so I found out I can't romance Varric. Then I kind of developed this crush on Cullen, which also didn't work out because Cullen apparently only dates, or, you know, has romances with humans or elves, which I found kind of racist. Anyway, this led to me kind of having to make kind of like a well-educated decision to who's gonna be my romantic interest in the game. And I went through all of them, and I was considering maybe like a, you know, little lesbian romance, but in the end I went for Blackwall, and I have to say, I really don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but romancing Blackwall is really great. It has there's a lot of backstory to Blackwall. I think that the quests connected to him are good, and the whole, like, the cutscenes with the romancing, it's very kind of, you know, brooding, and your character can put a bit of humor into them, but they are quite, you know, man pain themed. So yeah. Right now I am on my second character, who is an elf mage. My first inquisitor was a dwarf warrior. Being an elf mage, that's another thing about the game. Like, you can replay it and make different decisions, starting with the character creation. This opens up a lot of new character sort of communication, conversation topics. People will talk to you differently based on what race you are, and obviously every race comes with a different background. Like, you know, the dwarves are technically from like organized crime background. So yeah, I think it's really fascinating. So now I'm trying to decide if I want to date Solas or Cullen, because I've already finished the game before. I shouldn't spoil. I will not spoil anything for you guys. Just, you know, you will see why, you know, dating Solas might not be a great idea once you finish your main quest. Anyway, why? Because I've been into this game for a whole month. I had enough time to already purchase some merch for it. Some of it official, some of it less official. So first of all, I'm gonna show you this amazing The Art of Dragon Age Inquisition book, which is great. Some people did note on Amazon, where I bought it from, that it's kind of, you know, it's kind of goulashy. That's a Czechism, by the way. If you want to say that something is kind of messy, you can say it's a goulash. The more you know. Anyway, this book has all of the art. It has most of the tarot cards, which probably is a lot of people's favorite sort of art part of the game, but obviously it's mostly concept art. If you have favorite characters, you're gonna find all of their sort of concept development pages. I can try and find Blackwall for you. There's also even some there's like storyboards as well, which is super interesting for me. I love storyboarding. Ew, Iron Bull. Everyone loves Iron Bull. I really want to, you know, ride the bull. But I've heard that it's kind of more like being friends with benefits, and to be honest, in Dragon Age, yeah, being the Inquisitor, you're kind of, you know, you're kind of lonely. I'm looking for an actual relationship, still with benefits, but yeah, I think Iron Bull is not looking for something serious. My second purchase that was inspired by my absolute craziness for Dragon Age, and by that time also an absolute love for Blackwall, which I still have, is this tank top. Let me just say that I absolutely love the artwork, I love the colors, and I do love the drawing style. I'm gonna post a link to this artist shop on TeePublic. Now I'm gonna segue into more wearable stuff, and I'm gonna show you my absolutely amazing bacon skirt. Bacon skirt. I got this on sale in Topshop. I think it was online. It was about £10, so it wasn't. I guess, you know, it wasn't expensive, but bacon skirt. I would buy it even if it wasn't on sale. Come on, it's a medium, which on me is kind of a good fit that I will wear over leggings. It goes all the way to like my actual like narrowest point of my waist, so I think it's surprisingly flattering for something you call bacon skirt. And I mean, it's nice. I like patterns, and I think that for men who like bacon, this is probably even sexy. I can't wink. Okay, one important purchase we made this month, and it was kind of a surprise purchase. Basically, we went out for, you know, weekend shopping or just like browsing, and I was looking for something in a different department, and then I met up with Simon, and he was holding a huge bag with something very boxy in it, and I was just like, what is it, what is it? Did you buy me a gift? Ah! I had a gift. And it was a coffee maker. I wanted a good old-fashioned filter coffee maker for ages. So now I can drink coffee all the time. Definitely not bad for me. No. One last thing. Mad Max. If you haven't seen it yet, just go see it. It's a low budgety movie, so if you go see Mad Max and even don't like it, you can at least feel like you supported some, of the smaller production companies and everything. So yeah, you're basically doing a good thing, but I guarantee you will like it. I haven't heard pretty much anyone... Okay, I've seen one video on YouTube that basically said that the YouTuber did not like Mad Max, but that's it. Compared to the not so great second Avengers movie, Mad Max was really refreshing. I really love these low budget action movies like the new Dread or this one. There's something about the style of the storytelling as well. It's quite a simple story when you think about it in both Dread and Mad Max. And they're both kind of post-apocalyptic, or it's that sort of, okay, Dread is kind of dystopian, Mad Max is post-apocalyptic, so that's not the same thing, I guess, but I love this sort of setting. And I was kind of afraid that when I go see it, I will get bored because it's all kind of set in this boring desert. It just, like, the trailer seemed cool, but I had my worries about the movie, because I know that Simon was very excited about it, and I really wanted to see it. At the same time, I was trying to be not too excited, which probably helped all the final excitement I had. It was really amazing. It's the sort of movie that you start watching and you're like, whoa, 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 like, how are you gonna keep up with this tempo? And then they do. It's great. Tom Hardy. Okay guys, so that's it for my May favorites. I'm looking forward to tell you more next month. You guys should definitely go and see Mad Max and play Dragon Age and wear some wearable bacon in any form. Go and do something amazing. Bye guys!